Oh, nice. There's a bottle cap on the floor here.
Crawl out through the fallout, baby, to my loving arms.
Duty facility personnel required. Report to the basement. You'll need a shuttle for this one.
Wear no more pre-war cake ever. Oh, am I kidding? I say that every...
Hey, watch yourself, dog meat.
Hey,
Under my feet.
you...
Hey,
Hey, you, got a second? I have an idea I'd like to run by you.
absolutely. Go ahead.
So I spent the last few days getting settled in. Still getting used to things, but I can't help but notice there's a lot of junk around here. Wait, no. That came out wrong. What I mean is, there's a lot of stuff just lying around. I have a way we can make use of it. I used to be a junk runner from my old home. Anything that was useful in the ruins outside the walls, I could find it. Even things the others ignored. If we had a place here where people could drop off the extra scrap, I know some ways to get the most out of it. If you were willing to mark off some space where we could pull something like that together, I'd make sure people took it seriously. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a great idea.
Really? You think so? That's great! Thank you so much. Mark off the space where you want us to set up shop, and we'll take care of the rest.
A few dogs make a slum a home.
Nice. I can get behind a place like this.
Jake,
Thanks for coming here to talk. I didn't want to seem unprofessional in front of the others, but... wow, we really are doing this. We got a real headquarters. People who know what they're doing. We're on the verge of becoming a true power in the Commonwealth. And the cherry on the cake is that you're the one leading it all.
how are you doing with all this?
Me? I'm excited. A bit overwhelmed, but mostly hopeful. Hopeful this will help me find my kid.
Anything you want to talk about?
I touched on this earlier before, about my daughter Laura. She's been the driving force behind all of this. You know, ASAM's settlements, and now setting up her own headquarters. Back then, I wasn't quite ready to explain what I meant by that, but I think I am now. That is, if you don't mind hearing all about my personal struggles, of course.
All right, let's hear it. What's on your mind?
Well, it all goes back to before Laura was born. Before I even met her mother, Caitlin. You see, my hometown, Sanford, it was a bustling trade hub. Whole place was built around a huge purification plant. Pre-war, but still working. The plant was run by my father. It was the pride and joy of the whole town. Supplied clean drinking water to the thousands, and made Sanford a wealthy settlement.
Tell me more about this town of yours.
Sanford was special. Apart from a few exceptions, it was relatively untouched by the Great War. There were a lot of pre-war tech to be found in old ruins, not too many dangerous creatures around, and a real good climate. If Diamond City is a great green jewel, then Sanford was a crown filled with sapphires.
Sounds like a pretty secure operation.
Oh, it was. For a while there, it appeared Sanford would become one of the big players in the region. But nothing good lasts forever. One day there was an accident at the plant. One of its fusion generators began to overload. If left alone, it would have set off a chain reaction, caused an explosion that would have taken out the whole town and a good chunk of the surrounding area. My dad, he stopped that from happening. He pulled the fusion core, but it cost him his life, and severely damaged the plant in the process.
Sounds like a good man.
He was a good man, and a great father. He died a hero. I'll always be proud of him for that. Anyway, after the accident, the plant shut down for good. I simply didn't have the caps to repair it, and no one in town was willing to foot the bill. So I sold what was left of the plant and settled down. It was around that time I met Caitlin, and not long after, we had Laura. After losing my dad, the plant, I was in a dark place. But Laura, she changed all that. She gave my life true meaning again. Without water to export, Sanford began to crumble around us. But I didn't give a damn. I had my daughter, and enough caps to keep her safe and well fed. That's all that mattered to me.
Understandable.
I thought so too. If the town wouldn't even help me fix the purifier that made them what they were, why should I care what happens to them? But Caitlin, she didn't see it that way. She said the town was dying, and in time, it would drag everyone down with it, including us. For years, she told me I should buy the plant back, try and repair it, that if I didn't, I'd be selling Laura's future short. Eventually, I told her to just drop it, that repairing the plant would be impossible. Caitlin didn't like that answer. We separated a few weeks later. That didn't stop her from bugging me, though. Now, whenever I saw her, she'd say, "You can stay here in Sanford, but pay for me and Laura to go someplace better." I'd ask where in the waste she'd even go. The response was always the same. The best settlement I could find. That Laura deserved no less.
It sounds like he was trying to motivate you.
Maybe. In the end, I think she just got tired of me always blowing her off. She decided to find a better settlement for our daughter with or without my blessing. That's when Caitlin left Sanford, taking Laura with her. As soon as I found out, I chased after them. It took months, but I tracked them to the Commonwealth. Didn't take long for me to find a lead to their whereabouts. Turns out they stayed in Diamond City for a while, in the Dugout Inn. But by the time I arrived, they already moved on. Apparently, even the Great Green Jewel didn't meet Caitlin's standards. After that, that trail went cold. I couldn't get no trace of where they'd gone. But I know they're still out there. They have to be.
That must have been hard on you.
I figured, since I couldn't find Laura, then I'd help establish the best damn settlements the Commonwealth has ever seen. I'd create the perfect settlement that Caitlin was looking for. And by doing so, I'd make her bring Laura to me. That's how I ended up discovering ASAMs, and why I started giving them out to people. And then I met you, and well, you know the rest. So, now you know why I've been doing all this. Why it's so important to me. And why I'm so thankful for everything you've done, and continue to do.
After what happened to my family, I can understand.
Yeah, I guess you of all people would. Thanks. Anyway, now that we have the Common Ray and the HQ, we truly have the means to create some of the greatest settlements in the Commonwealth. It's still going to take some work, mind you. We'll really need to push the HQ to its full potential. However, I've got a number of upgrades and improvements in mind that I think will do the trick.
All right, let's hear it. What's on your mind?
For starters, the HQ's power generators. They're a little temperamental. We can improve that. Also, we should get all the terminals here networked again. That would definitely help our productivity. I'll do everything I can to make all this work, but I can't do it alone. I'm going to need your help, and the help of everyone in HQ as well.
We'll take care of the Commonwealth together.
Thank you. I really mean that. Oh, before I forget, I set aside a little place for you here. A home away from home, as it were. You should go check it out. Here's the key to unlock the door.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
You're welcome. It really is the least I could do for you, but I hope you like it. All right, we both got a lot of work to do, so let's get to it. Let's rebuild the Commonwealth.
Always got to keep your eyes open for movement.
Regarding your morale-boosting ideas submitted to the admin team. After receiving a thought-provoking suggestion on the back of an old newspaper, we would like to pass on the following feedback. Please report to security at your earliest convenience.
I hate to do this again, boss.
Hi.
What is it, boss?
Can I ask you some questions?
Go on. Let's get it over with.
How do you feel about us?
You seem like a good guy.
Uh-huh. What's on your mind?
And I was just thinking about... You know what? Never mind.
Anything you want to talk about?
I saw that headshot you made before. Nice work.
That was all I had.
Let's get back on the road.
Nothing else for now.
Then let's get back to it.
Calling any available science department personnel. Report to Center. To pick up some old tech they found.
I've never traveled with anyone quite like you before.
You're from Sanctuary Hills.
Hey, sometimes I wish there was more to life than working all the time.
Ground floor. Basement.
not feed junk food to the Brahmin.
I could do with a resupply if there's a town near. No, it was nothing.
Attention logistics team. Report to robotics. One of your Brahmin has gotten stuck again.
I'm a mighty, mighty man. I'm young and I'm in
And over here.
Yeah, I'm a mighty, mighty man. I'm young and I'm in my prime.
Wow. Okay, that's very clever.
Hello there.
Ain't looking for trouble, I hope.
Yeah?
Is something the matter?
Can I ask you something? What do you say? Want to work for me?
Yeah?
Just thinking how wonderful it'd be to get out of this infernal rage.
I've seen it.
And crawl out. To the fallout back to me.
You know what? Since we talked,
Got a minute?
swell. Look,
Would you be interested in coming to work for me?
prepared for the future.
Hi
Man,
there.
am I glad to be out of Diamond City.
You interested in coming to work for me?
Wet and
Nervous,
booze,
he'll
and
tell
that's
me
just
nothing's
deep.
wrong with me.
Can I ask you something? What do you say? Want to work for me? Hi there. You interested in coming to work for me?
What do you need?
They didn't tell me much. Vault Tech.
just to make sure everyone filled out their forms. I was supposed to win a pack of steak knives.
Do you think one day we'll roll into a town and there'll be no one who needs our help? I guess then we'll both be out of a job.
Need something?
What's going on?
Need something?
Alert! Alert! One of our settlements is asking for help. All Minutemen, please respond if you're in range. All quiet here. Stay tuned for Minutemen alerts.
Hey, Slick. Just checking in, seeing how you're doing. Also, got a small request to make, if you're up for it. You see, I was perusing through an old file cabinet, and I came across some interesting documents. They talked about some old pre-war relay towers. Seems there's a whole bunch of them throughout the Commonwealth. I tried connecting to one, and surprisingly it worked. It appears as if someone has already activated a few of them. I don't suppose that was you.
Yeah, that was me.
You really do get around, don't you? Anyway, if you can, I'd like you to activate more of these towers. Ideally all of them, if you're willing. You see, each tower you bring back online, I can patch into the comm array. This will take some strain off of its processors and extend our broadcast range. Less strain on the array also frees up resources and workers that we can then assign elsewhere to improve the HQ.
Sure. I got time to help out.
Great. This isn't a priority or anything, but it will help us out a lot. So whenever you got the time. All right, that was all. I'll see you later.
Hey.
Yeah? Oh, it's you. Good to see you in these parts.
Thanks. You too.
NLTC sent us to collect the first payment.
Oh, yeah, of course. It was today, wasn't it? Sure makes me feel better seeing you're working with this trading company. I wasn't sure about him at first. The old generator's purring like a kid with the parts they got me, though. Real quality. And they didn't even ask for all the caps up front.
Parts?
Yeah, some raiders trashed the place about a week back. Wrecked the generator, and the thing was already on its last legs. Then I heard a rumor from a traveler that the new merchants are selling quality bits. And don't even ask for money up front, but in chunks over time.
Funny people, travelers. Spread rumors faster than caravans.
Yeah, I'll take those caps now.
Hey, you take care now.
Hey, I got another errand to run while we're in the area. You'll want to come with, trust me. It's this way.
Hey there.
Yeah. You know the drill. Kill all the bad guys.
got?
You just had to attack me, don't you? Well, now your end is coming. Something is out there.
We showed them.
Is it time to loot the bodies? Come on, look through their pockets. For stuff.
Got anything for me?
Nice.
I think that's Tower Tom. He's been at war with Red Tourette for a while now.
I like making
Fucking
things
raiders
dead.
can't get along
Dead
with regular
bodies,
folks
though?
or each other.
What's that? A receipt? Hey, you know NLTC is also big on receipts and contracts. How about that? What a coincidence.
Why? What's this all about?
You really want me to spell it out? Fine. To go around a little non-disclosure clause, let's say, hypothetically, Glatton has been doing something that some people would call cheating. And let's say it rhymes with schmiring gators to shatak bleplements.
Why would he do that?
Glatton is only patient when it pays. If opportunity is taking her sweet time, he speeds her along. If that opportunity is a busted generator after a raider attack, well... Funny, right? That the guy could still pay the NLTC for the parts. Real nice of those raiders to leave him his lunch money.
Asshole.
Connecting the dots? Great, now you already figured it out, so non-disclosure doesn't apply, or whatever. Point is, I like you, honey. Don't know about this Commonwealth, but you, I respect. So it's like this. Me being chief of security, one big joke. That quaint hovel owner singing the NLTC's praises, in a couple of months I'll be sent to collect the interest he can't keep up with. You won't catch me complaining about killing some raider loose ends, but it's not really why I'm on payroll. I'm Glatton's stick to Lydia's carrot.
Why are you telling me all of this?
Kind of a long story. Glatton offered me this gig as the chief of security after I killed his boss and he got a promotion out of it. Now, his boss was a ruthless piece of work. None of this hand-holding and shark smiles. He even had the board scared shitless. I grew up in a slum right under their home office, in an old shopping mall. One day the asshole got it into his head to renovate the place. Make it livable. Give a gesture of welfare to the less fortunate masses. You know, charity. That none of us asked for or wanted.
But I assume that's not the end of it.
Never is with those assholes. We were nothing but slum trash to them. Think they expected us to thank them on our hands and knees. We all knew that once they were done renovating, we'd be the unwashed, ungrateful gang sullying their shiny new acquisition. When we told them to fuck off, they cut off our water supply. Then quarantined us. No traders coming in or out. Nothing left to scavenge for miles either. Hasn't been for decades.
That's terrible.
Nah, trust me. We made them regret it when we fought back. After a lot of lucky breaks, we made it all the way to the top. Surprised the hell out of everyone. Killing the guy in charge made our point real nice. Offering us a contract was, what did Glatton call it? An olive branch. The board showing that they were listening now, that things will change. And I guess they did for the folks at home. But here I am, playing enforcer to that slimy bastard, doing the same shit they did to us.
I'm not exactly pleased either. I don't appreciate being used.
Preaching to the choir, hon. But he knows I'll kill him if he pisses me off enough, so he plays it smart. Keeps it vague, you know? No matter what he says, I'm not some out-of-control animal. And killing him will only make more problems for the folks at home. I know that much. Anyway, that's why I'm telling you all this. Forewarned is forearmed. I don't know if I'm right on it, but Lydia's not on board with the agenda. She hates Glatton's guts even more than I do. She's the only one I know that's craftier than Glatton, too. Even if she's dancing to his tune like the rest of us. She won't spill to me, that's for sure. Maybe you can feel her out. Get her on your side.
Do you trust her?
Hell no. The only people I trust are my mercs. But if I had to pick who I'd rather work for, it sure as hell won't be Glatton.
Well, I guess we'll see, won't we?
Well, I, for one, am giddy with excitement. What will our intrepid hero do next? This should be interesting. Anyway, let's get going now, yeah? This is me. You go report, I guess. Maybe keep your cards close to the chest for now. Yeah?
Executive Suite.
I'm not sure. It is a risky venture. The minimum buy-in alone.
You got your own money riding on it, right? So, I want in. Your last tip got us enough ammo to last the season.
I'm happy to hear that, but wouldn't your wife be upset with you for investing it all?
Nah, she'll have nothing to complain about when we strike it big.
All right. I'm honored by your trust in me. I'll take good care of your investment.
Hey there.
Ah, you're back. So, how did it all go? Did you get the payment from our satisfied customer?
You look like you're keeping busy. What's new?
Well, the first few months are always the busiest. Eventually, business begins to run itself, but for now, it requires a lot of personal involvement. If you're curious, the man that just left is a friend of mine. I've been helping him make sense of this whole investment shebang. It's a new idea around here, and I'd hate to see anyone get taken advantage of.
Ah, I knew you were lying to me, you bastard.
Lying to you? Perhaps we should slow down. I can see that you're upset. Tell me what happened, and we can sort this out. Ah, now that I think about it, let me take a wild guess and say that Allison is the reason for this.
It doesn't matter how I found out.
I was worried this might happen. Allison is unstable, irrational, chaotic. If I'm being frank, she's a psychopath. A few years ago, she led an insurrection over a misunderstanding. We tried to reason with her and de-escalate the situation, but she was on a warpath. So many dead. It ended with her murdering my superior, my mentor. Hell, he was like a father to me. But given the right offer, she turned on the same insurrection she'd started. That ought to tell you everything you need to know about Allie.
I'm just wondering if your nose grows every time you tell a lie.
Perhaps you should take a bit of a walk, cool off a bit, and think on it. You'll see that she's not the most reliable source.
Basement.
Excuse me, miss.
Hey, was wondering when I'd be seeing you. So, bet you're wondering who I am and what I can do for you. My name's Charlotte Avarice. Now, my official title doesn't matter. I'm something of a mover. You might even say I'm a smuggler. I discreetly move NLTC goods to settlements. Anything you might need to keep the place running while you focus on more important things. Basics like ammo and meds, gear like weapons and armor, food, really anything, so long as your settlement has the caps to spare. Or if you need something super basic like wood, metal, or whatever, then I can get you a shipment contract directly.
All right. We can do business.
I thought you'd like the sound of it. Just let me know what I can do for you and I'll get it arranged.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Easy enough. Let me know what catches your eye. I knew Lydia since I was a little girl. She was always stuck up. But she did let me read in her office sometimes, so... not all bad, I guess.
Lobby.
Huh?
Hi.
Hey, what's up? You know, back at the home office, people have to wait months for an audience with the top dogs. And here you are with a free pass to their offices. How'd your meeting with Chief Asshole go?
He mentioned you.
I can guess. Allison is a psychopath is his favorite speech when I'm getting too cozy with anyone outside my mercs. It's why I'm not invited to any of the clerk bingo nights. But trust me, the shit he's done makes my list of crimes look like a beggar's grocery list. Even I need a reason. He just does it as a hobby.
What's with the attitude?
Glutton's been getting on my nerves. Have you seen his smug face? Like he knows he already has this whole thing in the bag. Ugh.
Hey, can we talk later?
You know where to find me. Back to work, I guess.
Hey there.
Hey, what's up? You know, back at the home office, people have to wait. And here...
He didn't seem so bad. It's gotta be hard trying to run a business out here.
Huh, we got a live one.
He mentioned you.
I can... It's why I'm not in... But trust me.
Hey, can we talk later?
You know where to find me. Back to work, I guess.
Hold on a minute. I do hope you won't take this as an intrusion of privacy, but I overheard that argument. I'd like to speak to you in private.
Of course. I'm all yours.
Excellent. Please, follow me to my office.
I'll bet our chief of security can beat up your chief of security.
Basement.
Just through here, please. Now this should work. I was tempted to make an appointment in another derelict warehouse for the theatrical flourish, but alas, this will have to do.
Maybe I can take you out to dinner, see a movie, or whatever people do these days.
There was a delightful cabaret on the lower levels of home office that was perfect for clandestine meetings. It is a shame we're so far from it. If you endeavor to distract me, you've succeeded. Congratulations.
Is everything okay?
For the moment, though I find myself feeling rather apprehensive. It's not a state I have much experience with. For the moment...
I'm listening. Go ahead.
I appreciate your patience. What I'm about to say goes against my self-interest. In less precarious circumstances, I would call it foolish. First, I would like to ask about your opinion of Mr. Glatton.
You ever feel like someone's just pulling your strings?
Your intuition does you credit. Allow me to illustrate the future of the Commonwealth as envisioned by our chief trader. You will see an increase in supply of necessities in dire demand. Luxuries, commodities, custom components. More caps than this region has ever seen. Then, the interest on loans will begin to accumulate. The talented will be poached with better prospects. The naive will be ruthlessly drained of their money, dignity, health, and for some of them, even of their lives. You will then be cut off. The NLTC will leave, having made a massive return on investment, and leaving this region a barely hospitable slum.
Okay, I'm listening.
You're taking this better than I thought you would. I appreciate that. There is an alternative to that course. One that keeps the NLTC here as a true partner to your ventures. I would like to depose Mr. Glatton.
What's your plan exactly?
I, of course, don't mean anything as barbaric as killing him. Merely removing him from his position won't help either of us. If he's compromised, this delegation will be called back to Home Office, making this all a waste of time. We have to prove that the Commonwealth remains a worthwhile investment, and without him taking the credit for it.
You know, as long as it doesn't backfire horribly.
It's not lost on me that we would be riding just this edge of acceptable risk. The first thing to focus on is finding tangible proof that would sway the board of directors. And if there's one thing they have no choice but to care about, it's breach of contract. I know for a fact that Mr. Glatton is far too arrogant and impatient to utilize the contracts honorably out here. And recently, he slipped up. Instead of leaving his paperwork to me as always, he insisted I take a break. Said I looked tired. There's something in that paperwork that he doesn't want me to see.
All right. I'll go along with it.
This will require a little subterfuge. He likely has a manifest of his financial activities. Bookkeeping has never been his strong suit, so he'll be keeping detailed notes for himself. Search his office quietly, and bring me anything that looks like his personal notes.
I'm on it.
It occurs to me that you can ask Miss Gale's assistance. I wouldn't give her the details, but she has a vehement dislike of the man that rivals my own. There is little chance of her informing him of this plan, and I'm sure she wouldn't be against a little prank at his expense. Especially if it's paid. Here, I'll write a payslip for her. Be careful. Once you have the manifest, bring it to me as soon as you can.